Alright, so let's talk about the Mulan live action movie from Disney. So I did recently watch this movie, and so I'm gonna give my review on this. I do apologize in advance if I happen to give slight spoilers on this, but not really too many that will give away. Not too much I'll give away of this movie. That's in spoiler territory too much. So let's go ahead and get to it. So overall, this movie was alright. It was okay. It was okay. I gotta say, there's a couple of things I didn't like about it. A couple of things were okay. They're alright in there. So basically, let me just list off some of the stuff. Talk about this movie. First thing I gotta say is no Mushu. There was no Mushu in there. We already knew that that was gonna happen. It was already pretty much like announced that there was no Mushu going to be coming out in the movie. However, they did switch the role of Mushu. Kind of switched it, I guess, the same. Kind of having that guardian kind of character in the movie. They switched it to like more of a Phoenix type of character. The Phoenix does not show up really too much, like two or three times at most, I think, in the movie, really. So, but it's not like the Phoenix talks or anything like that either. But the Phoenix just represents just the guardian kind of character that Mushu was kind of doing, but like it's not really well done. Of course, the Phoenix doesn't talk, and the Phoenix doesn't really do anything in the actual movie, but just really just there as like a placement, as a placeholder, really. So that's how they did Mushu, and it's like kind of like honestly, if they added Mushu and they somehow added Eddie Murphy back into this movie with his voice and all that, it could have done wonders for this movie. I guess it could have done wonders, but that did not happen. We also did not have Shang in the movie, so that didn't happen either. So it wasn't too big of a deal, but still, it's like whatever. Another big thing I uh, noticed in the movie was there was no singing or music, really. They had like the kind of the overture background music a little bit in a couple spots throughout the movie, but as far as like singing and some of the other music that they had through in the animated movie, they didn't have it in here. So we didn't get those kind of epic musical numbers that they had in an animated movie. So, uh, I mean, it could have used it in there. It was a little, it felt a little bit lacking not having them in there, and I don't know exactly what they're trying to do with it, but yeah, they didn't have no singing or music really too much in there. Just the overall like kind of like the overture kind of background music they had. A few couple of times in there, you kind of hear it. Another thing that was seemed lacking was character development as far as like Mulan's part in the animated movie. We got some character development from Mulan as far as like how she progresses through the movie, and we see how she went to she snuck out from her family's house. She went into the training camp and pretended to be a man and all that. So when she starts out like that, she has really no like training or experience or anything really. So we basically see her go through training. She gains that experience, the fighting and experience and all that, and then goes into battle and war and stuff like that. Like we see that development throughout the movie. In this movie, however, they decide to not really put that in the movie. Ever since she was in the live action, ever since they showed her, ever since she was a little kid, that she already had fighting experience or sort of like a martial arts experience kind of background. So we see in the beginning of the movie, and then we pretty much see it throughout the movie. She's like pretty much trained and experienced in like fighting and stuff like that. Um, and just like so, we miss out on that kind of development from the animated movie. We missed out on it in the live action version. So that one was a little bit lacking. It's like more in an anime movie. You could feel it was more epic with seeing her develop, but like in this one, you don't really get that. So it's like it's a little lacking there. You know, I would say one of the better things that they had in the movie was the actual scenes of like the I don't know if they're actually in China or not, but the actual scenes that you can see of like China, the uh, the backgrounds, the scenery, and all that, they really did a good job with that one. You can see like like it looks amazing, like mountains, the fields and stuff like that. Just different things you can see throughout the movie. Looked really good as far as like the scenery goes and all that. But like the problem with these Disney live action movies is they're redoing them, but the problem is that the anime movies are already so good that it's hard to live up to that, you know. Now you can have the route where you do a shot for shot remake, or you could try to go a different direction with the movie. They have some of the movies they tried different directions. Some of the other movies they tried shot for shot, and it's been really hard for them to like actually be able to find a good common ground with the live action remakes to like try to live up to the potential of the animated movies. So this one did not live up to the animated movie in my opinion, but I will say judging it on its own standard, like if you just put your mind away from an anime movie and just go off of this movie without comparing it or judging it to the animated movie, if you just go off its own merit, it was a completely bad movie. Like they did have some kind of epic scenes in the movie throughout. Then again, like everybody's going to pretty much compare it to the animated movie. The thing with all these Disney live action movies, they're going to get compared no matter what to their animated movie counterparts, the ones that came before them. That like the animated movies are the standard for Disney. So when they're trying to make these live action movies, they do not live up to the potential of how the animated movies were, and like people notice it and people do complain about stuff, and it's like mainly Disney will not be able to. It's like pretty much they will not be able to live up to that standard of the animated movies with the way the live action movies are going. And like for most part, people have been saying that these live action remakes have pretty much been cash grabs for Disney, which it looks like that, but I understand how it is. I will say, like, I sometimes do get excited for the live action remakes when they start making like a movie and stuff like that, and I hear about it. I do somewhat get excited for them still, but like, as far as the past few ones that they've been making, it's like they don't live up to the standard of like the animated movie, which is a problem. And like, this one you could tell right here it does not live up to the standard of the animated movie because the animated movie does it better. But then again, if you were able to judge it on its own merits, it wasn't completely bad. They had some good parts in there, but the sad part about it is that it's always going to get compared to the animated movie before it. So I just gotta say, overall, the movie on its own merit wasn't too bad. They did have some good stuff in it. But of course, it's going to get compared to the anime movie, so of course, it does not live up to the standard of the animated movie. And so they cut some stuff out of it, add some stuff, and basically, it doesn't live up to the standard of the actual anime movie. They had some epic scenes, like I said. Some of the fighting scenes were pretty good in the movie. I will give them that. But nonetheless, some other stuff was not just was it didn't feel it felt lacking really. That's what I'm trying to say. It felt lacking in some parts of the movie when they didn't do like the animated part did. So how I look at it. But I definitely would like to hear your thoughts on this movie. If y'all seen it already, I would definitely like to hear your thoughts on it in the comments below. Please let me know if y'all seen it already and what y'all think of it already. If y'all have seen it, I'd definitely like to hear from y'all. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Remember, if you want to be part of Team Legendary, all you got to do is subscribe and turn notification on so you know when I post another video. Hope you all have an awesome day. And remember, be legendary.